feel like we're like hosting the news. I can't tell if I should look this way or that way.
Wherever you feel comfortable.
No.
Today we're here with Dan Deacon.
Hello.
This is the first ever In the Cloud with Kitty with another person. Usually it's just me.
Is that the whole name of the show?
Yes, we're in the cloud right now.
Cool.
Do you feel it?
I do.
Okay. So I had our Twitter followers come up with questions for me to ask you.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I was tagged.
You know, that kind of ruins it. I'm learning.
It's okay, it's the first one.
Yeah, this is the first one. What's with the annoying Twitter account that replies to your tweet with the same tweet backwards?
I was hoping that didn't exist. So I oscillate between liking that account and hating it. Sometimes I'll like go to it and think it's just endearing. You know, like the way that like a jerk is kind of endearing. The way that like you can tell like, well, you know, maybe they're just trying.
There's a survey that comes up if you're verified about like, because
There you go.
apparently they're trying to like fix all the shitty
Bullshit
people on
like
Twitter.
that.
Right. So you got to take this survey and tell them all about all the shitty things that people do on Twitter.
Oh, I can't wait for
and
this.
then they do their best to fix it.
Cool. I got real drunk the last time I was in San Francisco, and there were a bunch of people who worked for Twitter, and I rambled on about my gripes. But I bet this survey is much more efficient.
So did you see the dress?
No, I heard about it.
You heard about the dress?
Mhm.
So, but you haven't seen it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm
gonna show you
colorblind though, so I don't know if it's gonna work.
Alright, well then fuck it. What color do you think this dress is?
Which part?
Is it white and gold or is it blue and black?
It's like a bluish white and gold.
There we have it, folks.
Some people thought that was black.
Blue and black, yeah, I don't
That's
know.
awesome. I love videos where someone's on the internet in a video on the internet. This is like the closest to
I'm
like.
being sarcastic.
No, I'm
'cause we're in
serious.
the cloud right now.
But you're on the internet right there, and someone else is looking at me point to their screen as they watch the internet.
Alright, will there be a wish book 2?
Oh, I'm working on one. So
What
yes.
was wish book 1?
It was a like a collage mixtape mashup sort of thing I made and put on SoundCloud.
Cool.
And I wanted to be clever, so I called it Wish Book.
Aww. This is a boring question,
Oh,
but
good.
I'm gonna ask it anyway. Do you find yourself being inspired by other forms of media?
Oh, I saw this one. Well, I mean, of course you're inspired by it. I mean, it's a fair question. I don't want to make that person feel like a jerk. They're not a jerk, obviously. I mean, they could be. I haven't checked out
You
any
never
of
know.
their tweets. I find this piece of media very inspiring, and yeah, of course, you know, you find inspiration in film or literature or the internet as a form of media. So of course.
Integration of that dope Dan Deacon app on the next tour at all. I have no idea what this means, actually.
Probably not. Using sound, it would synchronize all the phones in the room to have them like strobe their like camera flashes at the same time and like play sound all in sync.
Cool.
It's called Dan Deacon, which is my name.
I want an app.
Let it be so.
I want an app. Ask about Santa Dads in Wham City.
Oh, what would you like to know?
I don't know what either of those things are.
Santa Dads was a band of my friend Josh and Connor, and they formed because I made a flyer that I thought needed a fourth band. So I just wrote Santa Dads on it, came back and like hung the flyer up in the fridge. They're like, who's Santa Dads? And I was like, you two. And they said, okay. And then they became a band for years and like put out records and toured, and they were a wonderful band. And the house was Wham City. Good question.
That's a good story.
question.
Thank you. No, it's just weird. I can't read that out loud. It's not. I can't do that. How long did it take you to get verified?
I don't know. I don't remember when I got verified, but it was an arduous process.
It always is.
My username is @eBayNetflix, so I get tons of spam for people thinking I'm like a division of eBay that somehow like auctions Netflix. I don't know what it, but like people will be like, fuck eBay Motors, fuck eBay Netflix. Someone else has @Dan Deacon, so like whenever I have like something happening, like Spin or someone will be like, new @Dan Deacon record coming out, and I have to be like, no, I'm eBay Netflix.
Let's check out
It's
who
not so
has
bad.
@Dan Deacon.
He's a publicist based in London.
Is this why you had to be eBay Netflix?
I don't remember. I mean, I could go back and see who has the first tweet, but I just remember not really giving a shit and would rather it be eBay Netflix.
I have a good one from a friend on Facebook, and
Ooh.
he wants to know whether
Cross-platform.
whether you think that he looks like you, and this is him.
Blazing.
No. I think anyone with any
he looks nothing like you. You're right.
any combination of glasses. I'm not talking about this person now, just in general, but glasses, beard, overweight, bald, white skin.
Are you bald?
I have people be like, someone told me I look just like you. And I'm like, no, you're just white with a beard and glasses. Or bald with glasses and you're fat. So I think that's sort of like the lexicon. It's like a new kind of like we'll talk about it later.
I have one question that I have heard will have a very interesting answer. And have you ever had any interesting run-ins at the border?
Oh, we had a good one at the Canadian border. It's me and 19 other people in a school bus that we converted into like an RV that ran on vegetable oil. So needless to say, we bought a ton of mushrooms. So I thought we had eaten all the mushrooms in New Mexico, so we didn't have them for the rest of the tour. But we're pulling into the, this is a terrible tour to put on the internet. So we're pulling into Canada, our first time leaving the country, post-mushrooms. And actually it was the second time. I can't believe we didn't know this in Vancouver. Anyway, one of the guys in the band is like, oh, I've got a lot of mushrooms still. And I was like, well, we should get rid of them. He's like, no way. I was like, yeah, they're definitely going to search the bus, though. The bus just screams, we have drugs. It's like a painted school bus full of, like, dipshits. Like, they're going to find us. He's like, I'll just keep them in my bag. It'll be fine. So we go to the border, and, of course, they're like, get off the bus. They're actually really mean to us.
Yeah, always.
So we get off the bus, and they're like, leave all your bags. And they were like, you definitely leave your bag out and on this table. We're searching your bag. And we're like, oh, fuck, we're screwed. They call our driver over, my friend Jeff, and they talk to him in isolation. And they're like, we know you have drugs on the bus, so we found them. Why don't you just fess up to it? And Jeff is like, what are you talking? Now he's like, just generally like, what are you talking about? So there's these like really weird drawings of us, but with like a vagina mouths. And so they thought that he was trying to hide that, not like $1,000 worth of mushrooms.
Oh my god.
And so they're like, get out of here, you freaks.
So, I have one more question for you.
What
this
is
is
it?
the most important question of all.
What is it?
Who is your favorite DJ?
My favorite DJ? I would have to go with OCDJ.
I don't know who that is.
OCDJ goes by the name of, I guess he goes by OCDJ, but his name is Dan Deacon. And he has an album called Hooray that came out in 2006, 2008, I can't remember. But probably my favorite DJ.
Anything else you want to add?
No.
You don't want to plug any shows, like with me or anything?
We're doing a show that I think we're not supposed to tell anyone about.
Oh shit, sorry.